think about consistency because a lot of the times with awards, you say that you can attend the first year and then you attend 5 years later and people will say, it wasn't the same as it used to be.
Yeah.
But the YOBAs have stayed consistent in the shows and in the awards just being excellent and brilliant.
And everybody that associates with the YOBAs, they associate with it because of one mission. And that is to recognize excellence. We've had brands that have been entering for the past since we started in 2022, and only getting to win a YOBA this year.
Hello everyone and welcome to a review of the YOBAs 2025 which took place on the 21st of June. Pat, it has happened.
It has happened indeed.
Sure, the day that we were waiting for, the day that you have been working for an entire year, it came, it passed, you conquered. Was it you came, you saw, and you conquered? And now we get to look back and reflect on what took place.
Yeah, on the 21st of June, we hosted the 4th annual Top 16 Youth Owned Brands Awards. And as always, days leading, I must say it's always stressful.
Yes.
But, once it happens and once you look back and you're like, that all that stress, all those sleepless nights were worth it.
Definitely worth it.
And you know what makes it worth it?
Tell me.
Is when you see, the faces of the winners on stage, is when you hear after in terms of what winning a YOBA means to them. We've had brands that have been entering for the past, since we started in 2022, and only getting to win a YOBA this year. And when you ask, I'm not sure if you are following us, because we've been having the Instagram live talk, so we say which we call the winners chat, and if there's the words that are coming out, it's affirmation. It feels good to be recognized. It's reassuring, or what the YOBAs are doing for them is reassurance that that which they're doing is actually good and it has a place in society, and yeah, man, it that for me, there's no bigger win than that. When the very people that we created this platform for say that, they are happy or they are proud, to be recognized in this manner, and that they are proud that there is a platform that sees the youth, not for tokenism, for
actual impact.
For people being youth. And I'm still youth myself, although I'm on the edge.
You're nearing the end of it, Pat.
Yeah, the end of it. But looking back, and I think even when I'm post, the youth phase, I think I didn't waste my youth.
At all. You know what, Pat? When I think about the YOBAs, I think about consistency.
And look at you. You also got to host it. Yeah.
I think about consistency because a lot of the times with awards, you say that you can attend the first year and then you attend 5 years later and people will say, it wasn't the same as it used to be.
Yeah.
But the YOBAs have stayed consistent in the shows and in the awards just being excellent and brilliant. And like you rightfully said, I was the host for 2025. So it was obviously amazing.
You and Robert Boy.
And Robert Boy, my co-host. Absolutely amazing on that stage.
For the first time, we had two YOBA winners on stage and hosting the YOBAs. Yeah. It has never happened before, and I must say, and I think people ask why. For us, it's the continuation of the story.
That's right.
And us to continue to plug, people. Young people. Because ultimately, like I say, many youth sort of initiatives. Sometimes it's just they are being done for
box ticking exercise.
Exactly, it's a facade. They're just doing it because it's Youth Month. We gotta do something. We don't do it just for Youth Month. Right. It's really about recognizing youth excellence. And I think you guys were brilliant as hosts. Every other call that came in after, obviously people say congratulating us or obviously giving us feedback. And it's not to say everything was hunky-dory or everything went smooth. but we had a couple of hiccups. But in the main, when people say their highlights, or like, oh, the hosts were brilliant. There was just chemistry,
Thank you. No, it looked like we were best friends on that stage. And you know what, Pat, when you speak about the things that people don't remember, which are the glitches.
Yeah.
When people see an awards show, they see the glitz and the glam. They don't know what goes into getting to that point. So talk to us a little bit about the process, because it's not a one-man show.
Yeah.
I know that there's a whole team, there's a list of sponsors, there's an entire group that brings this event to life. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, I mean, the YOBAs in the main, I always say it's a community. Obviously, it's a community of, firstly, the entrance, because without them, there's really...
The 2,000 plus people.
The 2,000 plus, entries that we receive. Obviously, we have our judges who play a very key role, because no one can call me and say, Pat, give me a YOBA. I have absolutely...
No control.
Absolutely, So our judges play a very important role, and I think this year we had a very great chairperson, Dumelo Chaka. I think he played a very important role, and he was there when we needed him, because what people obviously don't understand or don't get to see with the YOBAs, is the sometimes there's an entry, and they qualify, they tick all the boxes, but how the brand represents itself in the public clashes with our values, and we don't want to be associated with such brands, because we're not a brand of controversy. We're not a brand of pulling other people down or describing or portraying women in a particular manner. All that we do, or the reason why we exist, is to recognize youth excellence in all facets.
That's right.
And sometimes some people can be excellent in what they do, but also at the same time have tendencies that do not align.
Character doesn't match.
Absolutely. So when you have a leader like Dumelo Chaka, who then obviously brings experience as well, because he's been an executive in big brands, and he understands. Also, we don't want to rub our sponsors the wrong way, and everybody that associates with the YOBAs, they associate with it because of one mission. That's true. One mission only, and that is to recognize youth excellence and celebrate them, and ultimately empower the youth. So anything outside of that clashes with that, really, obviously will put us in a disadvantage. Then our sponsors, massive role.
Sure.
Massive role. I think this year also we had a record number of sponsors.
Those are nice problems, Pat.
Yeah. But in the main, we partnered really well this year. We partnered up with the most admired bank or banking brand in South Africa.
That's right.
And this is according to Brand Africa 2025 report. And that is obviously FNB, and with his sister company, Wesbank, being our gold partners. And I think they played a very important role. I'm not sure because you were already there, but some of the feedback that really came through was how after people parked their cars, they were chauffeured to the actual in a Jetour, and that's also another highlight. That's what most people are talking about. Like, oh wow, there was really a nice touch. After even in the evening when people were going home, there was a Jetour waiting for them outside and to take them safely to the parking. That was really great, and I think the partnership with FNB is gonna, obviously continue until the rest of the year. We're gonna be having a workshop, which is something that we'll talk about, later on. Then, of course, again, the most admired media company in South Africa, and that is, the SABC, the one and only. Like I shared on stage, that I almost cried when I had my ad, not my ad, our ad. The YOBA ad on Tivo Touch's show on Metro FM, and also when I was driving back at night, they played it.
Yeah.
I think for me, that was like, damn.
It's one of those moments.
I was like, yeah, Pela. You know, this thing is alive. You know, and I mean, for me personally, I've always wanted, you know, the SABC to be a partner, and for one simple reason, you know, SABC's reach is unmatched.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. No, it's incomparable.
Exactly,
incomparable.
and it means that we can reach every young person in the country and also in the continent. I'm not sure if you knew. I mean, there was Channel Africa, which
Yes.
was doing a live broadcast.
Yeah.
From
Speaking of live broadcasts, Pat, a record number of views. For the first time ever, the YOBA was broadcasted live on YouTube.
It wasn't for the first time.
Wasn't it the first time?
We always streamed it, but we never advertised it because we wanted people to come to the venue.
Yeah. But the people were there.
The people were there.
I think
some were shouting at us.
50,000?
With 50,000.
Over 50,000.
We're still on 51,000 now views.
That is amazing.
Insane. I tell you, I mean, one of my team members sent me a message saying there's 9,000 people watching right now on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, to anyone really who still
doubts
the power of the YOBAs, it's up to them. I mean, it's not up to them, it's on them. It's your baby, you know, to worry about. If you don't believe that this platform has impact and this platform has interest, you know, and young people, and if you look at the demographics of the people who are watching, in the main, it's the youth, you know, that was watching. So that was incredible. So I guess again, one could say the partnership we had with the SABC, the reach that we had. Yeah. So obviously, drove, you know, the interest in the YOBAs. Then again, we also partnered up with Proudly SA. I mean, returned obviously on the manufacturing category, which because we need to, you know, promote locally made products. Brand SA, most admired country in Africa is South Africa. So when I say we partnered really well, the best, you know, and obviously this, and I remember I must give a shout out to Brand SA, you know, because in 2022 when we launched, right, they only came through as a partner at the dinner. They sponsored the winners' dinner, and I remember Sisimpumi from Brand SA saying, "Pat, we are with you for the long haul."
Sure.
You know, and you know, because I mean, I've had that.
You had it before, but sometimes
many times
it hasn't materialized. But this one,
you know, they always say, "We are with you." Hey, some even on stage with thousands of people, you know, watching, say, "Pat, we are with you." Then the following year, hey, our strategy has changed. Oh, there's no alignment. Oh, ROI. Oh, you know, but it happens.
Yeah.
But Brand SA is that one brand, I mean, that said to me, "Pat, we are with you for the long haul." And we've been with them for 3-4 years now, you know, and also we added a nice, I would say, addition last year with the introduction of the Global Excellence Award, which is endorsed and sponsored by Brand South Africa, where we then obviously recognize a young South African that really, you know, flies the SA flag high on global platforms. And this year, obviously, it went to the fastest man on the planet, that is Akani. Exactly. Simbini. He was not there to attend, unfortunately, but the wife came to receive the award on his behalf. And I think that was really, for me, a special moment, you know, and I hope when he's back, I think he'll be back in the summer. I didn't know how, I mean, that athletes actually, they're always chasing summer. So when it's winter this side, they go away.
Go somewhere else.
When it's cold that side, they come back home.
Can't have cold muscles.
Exactly. But also, I'm not sure if you did watch his acceptance speech. You know, really encouraging South Africans, or young South Africans in particular, to continue to pursue excellence. You know, and I think that was absolutely incredible. And shout out to him. You know, I hope to meet him when he comes home in the summer. Or he'll sit here, you know.
That's right.
And let's have him, you know, tell the story. So Brand South Africa, absolutely incredible. Then of course, you know, we We also onboarded some new partners,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
in the form of WRSETA,
Mhm.
you know, that really came through for us, you know, and understanding that this platform um, aligns, you know, with their brand from a youth entrepreneurship perspective,
Mm.
and also, you know, access to market, you know, for young people. So the wholesale and retail SETA, shout out to you guys. Then I mean, Coca Cola,
Oh,
Coca Cola
come on.
beverages company of South Africa,
Yeah.
CCBSA. Um, Also, another partner that I remember year one when we started with them. You know, they're not really impressed with us. But what I appreciated the most about the Coca Cola beverages of South Africa company, CCBSA, is their honesty in their feedback. And Asmut CDC, if you meet her,
Mm.
she'll tell it like it
Tell it like
is,
it is.
you know. But I remember, and I know she doesn't like the spotlight. If she gets to see this, she'll be like, "Pet, why are you doing this?" But in the main, because you know we talk about these brands,
Mhm.
right? But what many people forget is that behind every logo that you see out there are real people.
Yeah.
You know, there are people who believe, you know, particularly when it comes to the YOBAs, who believe really,
Mm.
you know, in that which we are building. And CCBSA say, Pat, we're not happy with XYZ. We go back to the drawing board and we fixed it.
Mm.
And I remember even last year when we had a rough patch, you know, and I called her and I said, Asmut CDC, hoso. You know, and I remember even to this day, and I sent her a voice note, and she said to me, Pat, re ka se go latlhe. If you know, you know. I don't know how to even translate that, but those words
Yeah.
went straight here
Yeah.
to say they will never abandon me. That's what
Mm.
I mean. It means, you know, when you loosely translate it,
Yeah.
and they continued, you know, to show up, you know, for the platform and to really support us genuinely,
Mm.
you know. And yeah, shout out to CCBSA, you know, and they believe in youth entrepreneurship, and I know they also run other programs
Yeah.
that target young entrepreneurs. So you need to check that out.
Mhm.
Then I've been getting emotional talking about it.
I can hear your voice. I can hear your voice tighten up. Robert and I also had an opportunity to have a share a Coke moment on stage, which was also lots of fun.
It was a
With
nice
Coke's campaign and
yeah.
sharing a Coke. That
Yeah,
was great.
it was great. I
Yeah.
mean, you guys were just on the ball. I was really surprised because some of the things I'm like,
Oh,
there was also like a geo payment happening on
yes,
stage.
yes.
There was money being given around.
FNB businesses, Robert was giving people money there on stage.
Yeah, but I guess that's what I enjoyed the most also about this year's show.
Mm.
You know, then obviously our previous winners also came on board. You
Mhm.
know, Legends Barber
Mm.
again coming in for the second time, saying, "Pat, we believe in this thing."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Delivery kaSpeed.
Deliver kaSpeed also came.
Mhm.
You know, and again, these are previous winners. I'd say peers in a way, are still building their businesses, but they say, Pat. And I remember also like one of the sessions or meetings that I had with Sheldon. Those that know Sheldon, he's a very optimistic
Yeah.
guy. He exudes like proper positive energy,
Yeah.
you know.
True.
And he said, Pat, this thing won't fail under our watch.
Mm.
You know, I was like, yeah,
Mm.
you know, and really he showed up. Same thing with Hoodie of Delivery Speed. I mean, right now they are busy delivering the trophies as we speak.
Mm.
I mean, and the
Speedily.
inverters and exactly, and the inverters
Yes.
that Wesbank,
Mhm,
you know,
mhm.
has sponsored to every single winner in South Africa will be receiving an inverter.
Sure.
You know, which means that when Eskom does her thing again, um, business can continue. You know, which I think is a very
So important.
a good investment in those businesses.
Mm.
So yeah, Delivery Speed is busy now delivering the inverters.
Mhm.
You know, and yeah, it's absolutely incredible. Then who else was a
SA Tourism?
how can I forget?
SA Tourism.
How-
'Cause I remember Robert and I saying how we wanted to become brand ambassadors.
How
for
can I
SA
forget?
Tourism.
SA Tourism again. We've been trying. I think since we started, we've been knocking on that door, and finally this year, SA Tourism came on board, and I think it was just fitting. Because if you think about it, the YOBAs also do drive tourism. I mean, we had young people from Namibia.
Yep.
Because in simple terms, that's what tourism is about, traveling. So they booked the flight tickets
Yeah.
to come here.
Mhm.
They booked accommodation. When they were here, we were in Sentin. Chances are they also
They
went
did things.
to...
They didn't go immediately on the same day.
Exactly. They didn't come here and pick up a trophy.
Right.
They spend money here.
Yeah.
So tourism benefits
Yeah.
through the YOBAs, and also like the tourism category as well, because we do have a travel and tourism category. We understand the importance of tourism in our economy.
Yeah.
And I mean, even the president once said that, tourism has the highest potential to create employment,
Jobs, yeah.
especially for young people. And many young people actually start their jobs in sort of a tourism related industry. If you, for example, in hospitality,
Yep.
you're a waiter, you know what I mean? Or you're a tour operator, or you're an assistant in a tour. So it's a very important partnership, and one that also I am very proud of.
Yeah.
That finally, after so many years of knocking, we did it.
Yeah.
They came on board, and yeah, we also saw the return of MTN Pulse. Yeah, MTN Pulse really also came through. We started together. I don't know what happened, but they had a 2 years hiatus, and they came back. And I really hope that this time around they stay.
Yeah. Speaking about tourism, City Lodge Hotels, where our tourists got to stay, where we got to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, City Lodge, another terrific, I'd say, partner. The partnership started last year. Sis Lindy and the team saw the vision, and they're like, Pat, we'd like to support. And yeah, it's a really, really a nice partnership because, like you say, linking tourism and City Lodge. When people come up to Joburg, I mean, we had youngsters from even KZN. I mean, we have winners from Western Cape.
Yeah.
When they come up here, they need accommodation. And City Lodge was kind enough to say, if you book through us, you're going to get a 25% discount.
Just nice things.
20, not just 10%, 25%.
No, 25. That's a lot.
How generous is that?
So generous, Pat.
So yeah, and of course, the obvious ones, Lerato Agency, that continues to work for free on
Come
the
on.
YOBAs.
We love Lerato Agency, Shem.
But yeah, Reveal and Nalesa
Media.
We right now the winners are gonna as we speak are on billboards.
Yeah.
Or digital billboards. It's all because of our partnership with Reveal, another terrific partner. I can call Ty and say, hey Ty, it's that time of day. I don't have to even send a proposal. That's how
we're ready now.
That's how great the partnership is. And that's how also they believe in the initiative. So Reveal has been a great partner of ours. Like I say, one that needs no proposal. That's the ideal.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, I mean, you take time and you do a proposal. You know how many proposals I've sent? Or how many people ask for proposal and never respond to proposals?
Sure.
But that's topic for another day. But terrific partners. And also Nalesa Media, same kind of relationship. No proposals needed. I must highlight also KXX, the auditing, the auditors. I mean, obviously, without whom the credibility of the platform will be questionable. What most people, and that's why I can sleep peacefully at night,
knowing it's out of your hands.
It's out of my hands, and also we did everything by the book. Because again, since we started, we've already, we always got clean audits. And this is a company that really has nothing to benefit if you think about it. If we we don't do things by the book, you know.
Exactly.
And that's why, like I say, you can be my friend. It doesn't mean that you are guaranteed, you know, to that you win a YOBA.
Yeah.
You know, and that for me, that's why like a partnership with KXX is very important. You know, to make sure that the credibility of the result is not questionable. And of course, I mean, Patron Brands, you know, has always been there, and amplifying. You know, I say Patron Brands is like the mother that just keeps on giving birth to beautiful children. You know, because before YOBAs, before Lerato Agency, there's always been Patron Brands. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that those were our partners, and every single one of them played a unique role and played an important role in making sure that the YOBAs happen. You know, without them,
yeah,
in Siswati what nothing happens.
Nothing would have happened.
Nothing would have happened. And thanks to everyone, you know, that works on these brands, you know, behind the scenes. I know it's not easy, you know, and sometimes I think one day I'll write a book or something about sponsorship, you know, and maybe to anyone that's watching this, obviously you're always looking for partners, you're always looking for sponsors, and having done this for 4 years now, every year is different. It doesn't get easier, and in the main, it's not how good your proposal is. You know, I mean, how many properties that you see and you see them being sponsored by parents, like, but this doesn't make sense. You know, if there's any advice I can give to anyone who's looking for sponsorship, also try to work on just building relationships with the people that you want to sponsor. Go to events, meet them in person, engage with them, because ultimately, you know, you're dealing with people. I mean, someone was telling me that they get like 50 proposals a day on their email.
Sure.
Especially the big brands. They're getting lots and lots of proposals. And yeah, if they see a name they don't recognize, you know, skis. And yes, one could say, oh, it's unfair. But that's the nature of the beast.
That's business. But before anything, Pat, I want to talk about, what was your one highlight, right? Because in the YOBAs, what was that one thing that you were like, yeah, this is a highlight moment for me?
I mean, like I say, the Global Excellence Award, you know, was a highlight. I mean, Akani Simbini, champion, and I think he deserves to be recognized more in this country, and more people need to know about him and what he's doing, you know, to put South Africa, to position South Africa well on global platforms. And also what I liked, there were many brand moments, like obviously that Share Coke moment on stage, that geo payment, how I think you as MCs, you know, were able to just plug in the partners, you know, our partners.
Without just saying we thank our partners.
You know, like they became moments. Like, for example, the Legends Barber intro, you know, when Robert Boyd did the what did they call it?
The Barber's Prayer.
Yeah, the Barber's Prayer. You know? Yeah. That was a very cool moment, you know. How obviously plugged in City Lodge, how you plugged in
kaSpeed, coming speedily with the trophy.
You know, the South African tourism, and just talking about the importance of tourism, you know, that for me was really those moments, it also speaks beyond, you know, just the YOBAs being sponsored and it ends there. But how do you then start now bringing or incorporating our partners into the storyline, into the platform? You know, that for me was a big highlight. And of course, I mean, the 9,000 simultaneous streams.
On the spot. With very little advertising, I might add as well. Can I just... Okay.
Zilch.
All right.
Zilch. Zilch. We just did one post and posted it on Instagram that will be going live. If you go on our TikTok, I think on the post, there were people saying there's 600 of us waiting. What time are you guys starting? You know? So, yeah, obviously on TikTok, they were very mad. There were people who were mad. We apologize, and obviously we will do better in next year, you know?
And speaking of next year, as we bring this conversation to a close, what is it that you want to do better? What are you looking back on now that you say, next year we want to do this? I've had a couple of people tell me that you must plan to just go to Sunbet Arena once. You must say, this thing, the venue is limiting. You must plan to just be on a big stage once. But I want to hear from you.
Yeah.
What is it that you want to do differently or better next time?
Sure. I mean, obviously next year is a big one. 5-year milestone, half a decade. Of celebrating youth excellence. I think it's a huge milestone. I mean, as you know, statistically, many businesses or many platforms or many things that get started don't even make it past 3 years. You know, to be still standing and now, you know, gearing up for our 5th edition of the YOBAs really shows that there's something that we are doing right. And next year, we want to bring back the festival. We want to bring back the festival.
Yes.
Obviously, those that do not know, in 2023, we did host the festival. And the festival had 3 components. It was exhibitions, you know, creating access to market opportunities for the youth. And most importantly, having the largest number of youth-owned brands under one roof at the richest square mile in Africa. That was a huge moment, and we're going to do it again.
Come on.
Education. That's when now we brought in captains of industry, experts, you know, to come speak. We had panel discussions, and as well as keynotes. Then entertainment. So I remember we brought Daliwonga, you know,
Yandi, the dancer.
the Yandi, you know, you still remember.
It was a good time.
It was a vibe, but combining, you know, all of those elements together, I think it was great, and it's something that most definitely we're gonna do. And of course, next year, we, from a show or awards show perspective, you know, obviously want to do it. We want to do it bigger. We want to do it. I'd say more excellently, you know. And if we can just, my wish, and to everyone who's watching this, and if any of our partners is watching this, can you just commit on time? You know, it gives us less anxiety. It gives us more confidence, you know, to plan and to bring bold, fresh ideas to life. You know, because, when things happen late, it just, Can I just ask?
Yeah.
Let's just commit on time. Let's sign those contracts on time. Let's get legal, you know, to draft those contracts real quick. If legal takes long, put it on ChatGPT, man. Okay.
Get it done quick, fast.
You know, you get your contract in a couple of minutes. Then also we can, let's partner on time so that obviously, like I say, we can do proper marketing, and also for you can also leverage more on the platform. Also, the YOBAs now, I can say this without a shade of doubt that they'll become like the MTVs one day. Yeah, and I think we're starting to get there. You know, there's already people that are like, next year I want to enter.
I told you Sunbet Arena, but you thought I was joking.
I don't know.
It's coming. It's coming.
Maybe the 10th.
This will stay in the record. We'll replay this again.
Maybe the 10th. Yeah, the 10th edition of the YOBAs. But next year there's a really high chance that Africa, one of the African countries, there'll be YOBAs there. You know, even by the end of this year, I don't know. But there's something that
stay tuned
that we are cooking with a couple of countries outside of South Africa to bring the YOBAs there. So it's gonna be a great one. But also, you know, we also endeavor to not only, you know, be seen as just an awards show, You know, this is a platform. This is a community. As you can see now, we have a podcast where we tell stories of youth excellence. We also want to help those that, for example, don't make it or don't win, to get them, YOBA ready, for lack of a better word. And how we're going to go about doing that, obviously, through workshops, through events, through social media content, just to really help young people to take brands seriously, because brands matter.
That's right.
At the end of the day, the reason why you choose a Coke over any other drink, it's because, they're a brand and they deliver consistently. And the reason why you choose FNB, as a bank, is because, they deliver consistently on their brand promise, and that's what it's about.
Thank you so much, Pat, the man behind the Youth Owned Brand Awards. 2025 is down. We've got 2026 to look forward to, so we will see you there, wherever there will be. And even before that, we might even see you before with all the other activities that are going on. So follow us on social media so that you know what's happening. Keep in contact with us. Find out what's happening here, how to get involved, etc., because youth excellence is happening right here, and you don't want to miss out on it. So, thank you. Thank you. And thank you. See you next time.
Tango!